Web shows and series resulting in controversies and facing backlash from sections of society is turning out to be the new normal in India today. The latest Amazon Prime series, Tandav, starring Saif Ali Khan and other actor Zishan Ayub, among others, have sparked outrage and has allegedly hurt the sentiments of some people. But this is not the first time that any series, show or movie has ended up hurting the sentiments of people. There have been several instances and examples where web series like Patalok, Sacred Games, Family Man, Mirzapur, Suitable Boy and others have bowed down to pressure from people. Tandav's director Ali Abbas Zafar apologized on January 18th for unintentionally hurting the sentiments of a certain section of people for allegedly promoting enmity between different religious groups. The ongoing controversies and the similar events that happened in the past seem to have distracted people's attention from the real and important issues or other tandavs from time to time. This time, it's the farmers' protest across the nation and the Arnab Chat Leaks Tandav also that has exposed the nexus between the political party and the media. There is a pattern in which these controversies are created and manufactured to distract your attention from the real and important issues. There are some groups of people who are hurt by almost all these shows and series, and mostly for the same reason. Let us talk about some other web series and shows that have been in the eyes of the controversies for allegedly hurting the fragile sentiments of some groups. In 2019, when Sacred Games Season 2 was released on Amazon Prime, the Sikh community expressed their disappointment at a scene where Saif Ali Khan's character is seen throwing away his kada in sea. Sikh Delhi MLA Majinder S. Sirsa had criticized director Anurag Kashyap for depicting Hindu religion in the wrong light and asked Bollywood not to play with religious faiths and sentiments of Hindus and Sikhs. Let me remind you that this controversy was raked up just after Article 370 abrogation, and during that time a lot of things like house arrests of leaders in J&K, internet shutdown, etc. were happening. So isn't it right to ask whether some groups of people wanted to distract the public's attention from this big event? Like Tandav and Sacred Games, another show called Patalok, which is a series about media, politics and police nexus, was released on Amazon Prime Video in May 2020. And this also received flack and criticism from some people. Producer Anushka Sharma was labelled anti-national for the depiction of communal issues, beef lynching and other issues in the series. इतना ही नहीं, कुछ लोगों का objections तो इस पे भी था कि एक pet dog का नाम सावित्री है. Here in the case also, if you see the situation carefully, then you will understand the pattern that this controversy was raked up by some groups to distract people's attention from the COVID lockdown, economic fallouts and the migrant crisis. Now let's look at Mirzapur II. When the trailer of crime saga Mirzapur starring Ali Faisal was released in October 2020, a section of people on social media platforms started boycotting the series. And do you know the reasons for that? These people against the trailer were boycotting the series because the lead actor Ali Faisal had supported the nationwide protests against CAA and NRC. His tweets in support of anti-CAA protests had triggered calls for boycott. This time again, there were so many burning issues and events like farmers' protest, COVID-19 situation and job losses among others. But a particular group of people again tried to hijack or to say change the whole narrative and distract your attention. Another series, The Family Man, starring Manoj Bajpayee, was in the news for some controversial scenes and dialogues on Article 370 abrogation. It was released in September 2019 when abrogation of Article 370 was still in the news and anti-CAA protests were gaining speed across the country. During this time, NRC exercise in Assam was also in the news. This was also the time when Farooq Abdullah was put under house arrest. So once again, the same old tactic of distracting your attention from the real matters. Let us look at another web series, Suitable Boy, that was streamed on Netflix on October 23rd, 2020. Suitable Boy had earned the ire of several politicians for a scene showing a Muslim boy kissing a Hindu girl in the backdrop of a temple. Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha National Secretary Gaurav Tiwari had lodged a police complaint against Netflix India. Again, the same pattern was seen here. This series was used to hide failures of the government on real issues like farmers' protests, COVID-19 handling and the crumbling economy. दोस्तों, इन सब बातों से एक बात तो क्लियर है, कुछ लोगों का काम ही है हर चीज़ से ऑफेंड हो जाना, ताकि हम जैसे सिटीजन्स का ध्यान मेन मुद्दों से, रियल इशू से भटक जाए।